Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube exclusively on here forever. And we're going to talk about how the Memphis Grizzlies got the win over the Utah Jazz 123-114. Both teams did well in this game. They had good amount of leads, but the Grizzlies was able to close out the Jazz in this one. Memphis leads the season series 2-1 as of this video. The Jazz go to 18-39 and 7-21 on the road. Memphis, they go to 21-33 and 12-15 at home. Because why would you watch that game when both of these teams are so bad? You got to look at the young players and the future stars. The league is in good hands, and this game is proof of that. Jazz 32-28 by the end of the first quarter. They also won the second quarter 35-27. And you would think, how did they end up losing when they was up by that much? They lost the third quarter 32-21 and the fourth quarter 36-26 to lose this game by 9. Kyle Filipowski, 28 minutes, 20 points. He went 9-13 from the field, 1-2 from 3, 1-1 from the free throw line. He kept getting to that realm. And then it was just about, can he finish? He was able to do it well enough. In this one, he had all different type of finishes, jumpy shots, push shots, just going back up and just finishing as fast as he can. He had 6 rebounds, one of them was offensive. He also had 4 assists. It did come with 5 turnovers. He still got 2 steals and 2 blocks. He has to be a better defender. He has to be a better help defender. He has to be a better rim protector. We're going to see if he can do it consistently in the future. If not, he's going to be a backup at best and a sometime starter. 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal foul, and a -12 and plus minus. Cody Williams, they needed him to score more. He couldn't get it done. He played 38 minutes, which was the most on the team. The problem was he went 2 of 9 from the field and 0 of 3 from the three-point line, even 1 or 2 from the free throw line to get only 5 points. You played the most minutes. You almost played 40 minutes. You only can give us 5 points in the game. But he still did have 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal and a block, and also 4 turnovers. He also had 3 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a -3 and plus minus. And it was a game where if he didn't do all the other stuff, it would be bad since he did so much other things to help the team. It ended up being a solid performance from him. John Concar had a nice little finish in transition. Other than that, he finished 3 of 6 from the field and missed every 3, going 0 of 2 from the three-point line for 6 points in 31 minutes. He did have 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, and 4 steals. The 4 steals was tied for the most on the team with Isaiah Collier, and then 2 offensive rebounds out of the 6. No personal foul, was a +3 and plus minus. And Isaiah, he was all over the place. He was shooting threes. He was getting to the basket. He was running in transition. He was making passes. He was getting steals. He was even getting blocks in this game. He did everything you needed him to do, but help you get the win. He finished with 24 points in 25 minutes. He went 9 of 16 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. He did get 4 turnovers, though, being a little bit too predictable and a little too careless with the basketball, but he still did get 4 steals, so he tried to get them back the best he could. He also had 2 blocks, 4 personal fouls, and a -2 and plus minus. And you look at Ace Bailey, 33 minutes, 20 points, 8 of 19 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He missed a lot of wide open looks. He missed a lot of good shots, but he still showed you that he's going to turn them down sometimes to get to the basket. He's going to play off of his teammates. He's going to run in transition. He's going to cut to the basket. He's doing a lot of things to get good looks, and that's what you have to love about him. And the coach just got to continue to let them know that you don't have to always take the tough ones. You don't always have to settle, move the ball, get off the ball, or just play within the flow of the system, and we'll find you and you'll get some good looks by the end of the game. And that's the way he has to look at it, and I feel like that's the way they're coaching him, which is the right way to coach a rookie. And he has had some strong performances this season, and this is another one of them in my personal opinion, because he had 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He did get 3 turnovers. He also had to block 3 offensive board out of the 3, so that's half. And he also had 3 personal fouls and was a -3 and plus minus. Kevin Love, he got on the court too. He played 5 minutes and had 6 points. He went 2 of 2 from the field. It was all threes that he took. He also missed his only free throw. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, and no turnovers. No personal foul, and was a +5 and plus minus. Blake, he ended up having 13 points. That was the most points off the bench. It only took him 6 attempts to do it because he went 3 of 3 from 3. And then the other shots was 2-pointers, and one of his misses was a 2-pointer, which was his only one. He did have 4 rebounds, no turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a minus 14 in plus minus. I didn't really have too much of a problem with his game. If anything, I was impressed by how efficient he was and how good of a looks he was getting in. He was able to score on. Bryce did kind of the opposite. He kept working for some of his. Didn't really work out for him in a positive way. He finished for a 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. He had 9 points in 19 minutes. He also had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and he finished as a minus 13 in plus minus. Oscar played 14 minutes. He had 2 points. He went 1 of 2 from the field. He had 6 boards. The 6 boards was the most off the bench, which was good. He also had no turnovers, but he did have 5 personal fouls, which is way too many in 14 minutes. He also had 1 offensive rebound, a plus 6 and plus minus. Vince Williams Jr., he played 23 minutes. That ended up being the most off the bench. He also had 7 points and went 2 of 7 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 4 assists. The 4 assists was the most off the bench. He also had 2 turnovers and 3 personal fouls. Was a minus 13 and plus minus. He just couldn't make the other shots. It just could be that simple to tell you. He just couldn't make anything besides the open finishes. And other than that, that was it. You know, the 2 of 4 from 3 really helped him, but he just couldn't make the open ones. And, 3-point shots, you love when they go down, but you also love when they make the other shots too. But he kept his head up when he was trying to score, and it allowed him to get those 4 assists, which was nice. Elijah Harkless, 7 minutes, 2 points, 101 from the field, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, no personal fouls, and a plus 1 and plus minus. And then you look at the Memphis Grizzlies. Taylor Hendricks, 25 minutes, 9 points. He was the only starter to not score in double figures for the Grizzlies, but he also went 4 of 11 from the field and 1 of 4 from 3. They're trying him out and seeing what he can really do for this team, how good he really is going to be for them, and just trying to fit him in and see how good he is. And he still had 9 rebounds. He still had 2 assists. He still had 2 turnovers. He did have 1 steal, 5 offensive rebounds, no personal fouls, and was a minus 4 and plus minus. But he hasn't been the most efficient guy. At 6'9", you would think he'd have a better chances and a good field goal percentage, but it's just about average. For a high volume scorer, which he's really not either. So we'll see how his development continues to go. G.G. Jackson, 28 minutes, 20 points. He also went 7 of 13 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 4 of 8 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 personal fouls, and a plus 11 and plus minus. He was getting to that paint. He was getting to the shots that you wanted to see him take, and he was able to enjoy it at the same time, and he also was able to get to the free throw line a lot in this one. And he can be a tough cover because he is very athletic and he is very aggressive when he's trying to come at you, and it worked in this one. Jalen Wells, he wants to score mainly on a perimeter. He played 27 minutes, gave you 13 points. He was 4 of 14 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. You just needed more. He just didn't make enough shots, and he just didn't make enough plays, for you to be able to win this one. He did have 3 rebounds, 3 assists, only 1 turnover. He actually got 2 steals and a block, and he also had 2 personal fouls and was a plus 11 and plus minus. He did a lot for you, but not enough, because the offensive end is just as important, and you have to be able to contribute on that end, especially on a team like the Memphis Grizzlies, where they don't really have the best scoring players anymore. And that's why they need you to play better on the offensive end, because Lawson, he played better, but he only gave you 11 points. He played 32 minutes, which was more. He only went 5 of 8 from the field and 1 of 3 from the free throw line. 8 shots ain't bad for a player like him, and he did make a good amount of them, and he did finish with a double-double with 11 rebounds. But who was going to be that guy in the starting lineup to really step up, from start all the way to the finish? And you didn't really get that from nobody but G.G. Jackson, and that's just a good game from G.G. It's not really a dominant one. 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and a plus 4 and plus minus. Jemiah played 31 minutes. He had 11 points. He went 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. He just used the perimeter shot to the best of his ability, and it worked out besides going 1 of 4 from the free throw line. He did have 5 boards, 2 assists, 4 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. He also had no personal fouls and was a plus 8 and plus minus. Kyle Anderson had a crazy and 1 3. And then he finished 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 1 of 1 from 3 and 3 of 4 from the field for 10 points. Everybody off the bench ended up getting double figures in points. He also had 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 personal foul, was a +2 and plus minus. Oliver Prosper played 30 minutes. That was the most off the bench. And he ended up getting 23 points. He went 10 of 16 from the field. They kept giving him opportunities and good looks, and he was making them pay. He really punished them in this game with his offense, but they still figured out how to beat him anyway. He went 0 of 3 from the three-point line, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 turnovers, and 2 steals in the block. But he did almost foul out in this one with 5 personal fouls. That was the highest on the team and was a +1 and plus minus. They don't win this game without his spectacular performance. That's one. He played that well off the bench. He was just that efficient and just that good on both ends of the court. They needed him. He was that guy that came in and was a big X factor. If not, probably a good reason why they was able to get back in it and win it. Cam Spencer, he played 21 minutes. He had 10 points. He went 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He got a double-double because he finished with 10 assists. He can do that. He can hit shots from the perimeter. Obviously, he can drive a little bit. He can find you. If you guard him with too much space, he knows the plays. He knows what his teammates are trying to do and where they're going to be at. And he doesn't have a problem delivering that pass over and over again to whoever's open. He did have a steal. 1 personal foul, was a +11 and plus minus. And then Javon Small, he wants to shoot. He's going to take that jump shot quickly. And that opens up so much for him. And then he can also play off his teammates. He went 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from 3, 5 of 12 from the field, went and got 16 points in 29 minutes. He also had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 4 steals. The 4 steals was the most on the team, and it's good to get that any night. He also had 1 block, and he also had 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a +1 and plus minus. And then you look at the fact that the Grizzlies took 92 shots and shot 49%. And the Jazz, they shot 93 and they shot 49%. 34 three-pointers taken by the Jazz, they shot 38%. 33 taken by the Grizzlies, they shot 36%. 33 free throws by the Grizzlies, they shot 64%. 16 by the Jazz, they shot 56%. 45 rebounds, 49 for the Jazz. 29 assists for the Grizzlies, 28 for the Jazz. 17 turnovers for the Grizzlies, 24 for the Jazz. That's just way too many turnovers if you're trying to win a basketball game, even if you're shooting the ball efficient. From the field and from 3. And you do have to make your free throws on top of that. And you don't really want to foul as much as they did on top of that. But you do have to take care of the ball. You can't give it up that many times. But the Grizzlies had 15 steals. The Jazz had 11. And both teams had 6 blocks. 11 offensive rebounds for the Grizzlies, 12 for the Jazz. 34 defensive rebounds for the Grizzlies, 37 for the Jazz. 16 personal fouls for the Grizzlies, 24 for the Jazz. And, it was just a battle of who can do the small little things throughout the game and continue to get the baskets to go in against any type of defense. And the Grizzlies picked the right time to figure things out, to make counters and adjustment to what the Jazz was trying to do on both ends of the court. And that allowed them to get a lead and keep it and finish off the young Jazz. And, the Grizzlies are young and they have a lot of prospects too. They got a lot of things they're trying out, a lot of things they're trying to figure out. This was a good game to get that done. And you can say the same thing for the Jazz. That's what made the game fun. It's exciting because there's a lot of young guys trying to show and prove what they can do in this league. And the coaches want to see it too, and so do the fans. So that's why this game mattered, and that's why it made sense. I got that rookie analysis coming up next month. So, of course, I'm going to be excited to tell y'all about Bailey and these guys. But that's why you have to watch these type of games. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.